Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chobo Weekly. I'm clicking buttons, and there we go. It is playoff week 1, season 14, and I'm joined today with Picur. Ultralisk will be joining us as soon as he is able. In fact, you know what? Let me make sure he has the link before I get lost in whatever I was doing. There we go. Yeah, bring you up. Hello, and welcome. I'm your host, Casey Uncommon. And that was a brutal general chat, and we're going to talk about that briefly. I don't want to own the conversation, so we'll talk about it even more after, if you'd like. And of course, as always, we're going to have our arcade games after, where we're just going to forget all the nonsense and beat each other up in Phantom mode, light cycles, line tower wars, and all the other fantastic things we love. Joining me today is Picur. Please say hello. Any first words before we start putting you on the spot with some really probing questions?
Well, I'm glad to be here and excited for the session.
All right, excellent. Do you do any prep work to get the the nerves down? Because there are literally sevens of viewers watching right now.
Nope, not much. Just winging it.
Thank you, TB Ham. Glad I could scare you into thinking there was a burglar. All right, so right into the beginning. I love this question. It starts off the evening. It kind of gets us on the same page. How did you get into StarCraft? Let's hear the Picur story.
Well, it was late 2012, and I was looking for a game around our local game shop. And I remember hearing a little bit about StarCraft, but I wasn't really sure what it was. So I decided to pick it up. And, well, that's how I started. And I only started playing competitively about mid to late Heart of the Swarm. And yeah.
I guess I got to boost your mic a little bit. So you just wandered into a game shop.
Yes, I did.
All right. What caught you? What captured that moment for you? What about the game?
Well, I remember when I was browsing videos on some other game, I don't remember what. I remember hearing, or it was an autoplay, and I clicked on it, and it was like tournaments. It's 1v1, it's competitive, and I was watching it, and the action caught my attention. So that's really what I looked for
Okay.
and thought it was interesting and unique.
So let's start with the beginning of your StarCraft 2, let's call it hobby. Hopefully, we'll make a lovely career out of this one day, but we'll call it hobby. Let's talk about that day leading up to the CTL. How did that go for you?
Well, I was first, my main gaming team, the owners left and all went into shambles. So I was looking around for a competitive StarCraft 2 team just online, and it was I forget the exact website, but it just listed teams that were looking for players of this kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Team Unrivaled, so I got into contact with Padula because he was captaining at the time. And when I joined the team, that's when I learned about the CTL.
All right. So, what was your initial impression of StarCraft competitive nature? Have you ever considered anything outside the ladder?
Um, I was always looking for maybe miniature tournaments, but I never thought I would get into leagues or team leagues like this. So when I first got into it, it was quite overwhelming knowing that some part of the team was relying on me when I played in the lineup. And it was a unique experience. And then once I got accustomed to it, I started enjoying it and loving it a lot.
So you're, at least since I've done this, you've achieved more on rank than anybody we've come across. So you've seen the bottom end of the barrels. I understand you were gold when you joined the CTL,
Yes.
and we all remember your Twitter tweet when you hit GM. We were very excited for you, but let's talk about that. That seemed to be fast. So how long did it take you to accomplish it? What did that look like? Like that's got to be a big story here.
Well, when when I started in gold,
Mm-hmm.
when I learned that I needed to play well to perform for my team, I really took it to heart. And when I was on Team Unrivaled, I had people trying to help me, like Mashu,
Mm-hmm.
and he really just beat down the facts, and I started practicing really hard just to win. And from that, I just continued to grind ladder games, and well, I improved at a rapid succession, playing ladder games and doing customs, just preparing all the time.
So you're gonna have to expand on really hard for me because I feel like I play really hard, but I don't think we're talking the same really hard.
Um, well, every single day I would get home from school and log on to StarCraft, play constantly until, bed. I would eat dinner, go to the washroom, but really, that's all I'd do. And um, it was just a determination to win, where if I lost, I would watch the replay, go back into it, and continue replaying the same scenario until I completed the task I was needing to do, like injects or defending a stim push or whatever it was at the time.
So when you say go into, how often did you do replay analysis?
I never really watched my replays of ladder games, but when it came to custom games versus a player normally better than me, I'd get them to jump in the replay with me and show me where I messed up, where my macro mistakes, my micro mistakes were, and then we would replay the game, same map, and do the exact same thing over again until I improved and got better at it.
Now, how often did you start this process? I mean, was it every loss? Was it whenever you felt something was really picking you apart?
Well, it was not after every single loss, but if it continued to happen and it was a constant downfall in my play, that's when I would look into it.
So during this process, did you ever get frustrated? Did you ever feel like you weren't improving?
Yes, I felt that a lot. Sometimes I felt like I was never going to get better. But excuse me. Where was I? Yeah, when I continued to lose, got down on myself, I'd realize if this is what I really want to do, and if I'm wanting to enjoy the game, I'm going to have to get better. So even though I took my losses hard sometimes and raged a little bit, I would always try and get back into the groove, take a week break or something just to get my nerves off it, and go again.
Okay. So what advice do you have for our bronzies? And let's just be clear, the bronzies in all of us, to work on. Like, what should we focus on?
Focus on, well, just getting into the mentality of that. Even with your losses, just don't ever give up completely on the game. You know what? Take a break. It may be a week, it may be a month, but always try and come back and try and improve.
How do you keep that mentality in a loss? I mean, we have a lot of people near daily here. That's tough. Keeping positive is tough.
Well, you just gotta find the right motivation, and my motivation was winning in the Chobo Team League. I wanted to get that first place prize, and that's what I tried to do.
We're getting some pretty good picker quotes out of here. Fuck this.
Yeah,
fuck this game. I can't play good. If I can cheese, so can you. That was a Ryan's quote. All right. So mentality, and I want to echo that. A lot of this is here. We're all bad at the game, but it's about, are we getting better? Are we improving? Are we letting this game overwhelm us? Because it can be stressful. It really can. All right, let's see. You made your bed. Fantastic. Saw that earlier.
I know.
I don't even make mine, but I just hide it behind this. No, I'm kidding. I'm not even in my bedroom. All right. We talked about your growth. What do you attribute that to? And real question, what was your worst plateau, and how did you overcome it?
Well, I never really felt like I had a big plateau. Like, the biggest plateau I had was probably 2-3 weeks, where I just felt like I just kept losing on ladder. I went negative after being up 20 games on ladder. But then, slowly after taking a break, get back into the rhythm, get back practicing, continue to play, and try and strive through those losses, even though it may be really hard.
All right, and that's mentality. Somebody mentioned it in chat. Strix Neuro helps a lot, and I can't actually shout out his stream enough. The guy's hilarious, and he's got the right mentality. Uh, Nobody listens to me, at least in GNR, when I'm like, just go watch some Nero, you'll feel better. All right, let's see. So what brought you over to Wall into Grandmaster? What do you attribute that final push in the GM?
I'm gonna contribute that to I just came off winning CSL, and so then I was Master League after I qualified, and once I got to Master League, I was like, I'm where I want to be, and then in the Team Unrivaled team chat, people were like, even though you're Masters, even though that was your goal, you're never gonna be happy with it. So I just I didn't believe them at first, so I just continued to play, having fun. Then I realized I really want this.
Sure.
And I kept going up. I was ranging top 8, getting there. And I was like, maybe I can do this. And, well, at the time, someone on Unrivaled, forget exactly who it was making Photoshops for anyone who got GM. And I wanted one of those.
Do you have that Photoshop?
I do not.
All right. That's fair. A couple of seconds, I could have that up. All right. So do you see yourself doing that again?
Yeah, I definitely do. With my competitive team, Digit, basically we're running ladder competitions.
Mhm.
So basically, after our team plays 200 or 350 games in 1 week as a team for 2 weeks in a row, prize prizes of money come out. So either player with the most wins in a week or highest MMR at the end of the week will get a prize of $25 and $10 for second. So I feel also with that and Alpha Team League and Dust Team League coming up
Yep.
that I'm gonna push for Grandmaster again.
Okay. No, that'd be fantastic. Fantastic to see you hit that again. And if anybody wants to talk about the GNR ladder competition in chat, I won't hold you back. We do this. We do a very similar thing. All right. So we talked about StarCraft. We talked about your progression. What about Picur? Who is Picur?
Well, he's an average 16-year-old student, and I play a lot of volleyball in my pastime.
Okay.
So in the summer it was beach volleyball, and now I'm on the school team for volleyball. And basically that's what I do in my meantime besides school and StarCraft.
Okay, so did you any lessons from volleyball? Did they carry over to StarCraft?
Yeah, so I didn't make the volleyball team in grade 9, and that to me was a failure.
Okay.
But I never gave up, and I tried out again in grade 10 and managed to become a starter on the team.
What's a
So
practice? Go ahead.
It translates into StarCraft, where you might not be the greatest, but if you just give up, you will never get better. But if you don't give up, you have the chance of succeeding and getting to where you want to be.
No way to succeed if you don't try. So, 16-year-old average student. How does StarCraft translate to your social life? Does anybody know you play StarCraft? Is this your thing that you keep to yourself?
Yeah, it's more of a thing I keep to myself. All my friends know I play it, but they don't know that, I'm trying to play competitively. A few of my friends have stumbled over my stream and watched for a few minutes before leaving because they had no clue what was going on. But no, I don't really talk about it that much.
That's fair. I know most of us in our personal lives, these are StarCraft and gaming. It's a big deal. It's a big part of what we do, and it's a very difficult thing to explain to anybody. Like, yeah, I do this thing with so much passion that there's not another thing in your life that you spend this much time on. So, no, it's fair. All right, so hours a week in StarCraft. Where you at now, and where were you at your height?
I probably play around 4 to 5 hours a day right now.
Okay.
In the summer, it goes up to like 8 to 10. And when I was at my peak, it was more or less the same. Like maybe a little more by an hour or so, but not much more.
Okay. I think we're getting Ultralix is starting to join us here, so once he jumps into the hangout, I'll see if he has any questions for you.
I'm on my phone on my one. Did he go into how he got the name T?
No. Is there a story behind that?
The name Big P?
Yeah,
Well,
remember how we come?
yes, that started from a friend in um, the Bears Lost chat. Before I was on the team, but I hang out in all the CTL chats that I can get my hands in, and um, I don't remember exactly why it popped up, but I guess I was winning in a tournament or something, and that just was. Oh, now I remember. I hate getting my name capitalized at the beginning.
I got it
Like
right.
it's all lowercase. Yep, and they always put the P capitalized to bother me, and then they just changed it into Big P.
All right, that's fair. Let's see. So we have a bunch of topics this week, and they're big. And thank you, Blizzard. We love you for everything you've done for us. And even in general chat, it was pretty hectic for a minute there. And we actually created a new chat so we could kind of consolidate the discussion into one useful place. And as I precursored in the chat, I'll be free. We can talk about this later, just because I'm prepping for the show. And what I don't want to do is monopolize the conversation here. So I want to talk about it. I don't want to harp on it too long. I don't want to stomp my opinion into everybody's face, or even your opinion in everybody's face. So with that precursor, let's start off with racial MMR. Not CTL related. Let's start there. What have been your experiences as an individual and a team member?
Well, currently it's a little off because these start your off race as your main MMR.
Sure.
And takes you from there. And since there's no demotions in the game currently, you're kind of like my Terran and Protoss are both at Masters 3, even though I went 0 and 5 in my placements.
Sure.
So it's kind of awkward at the moment, but I think it'll settle out when we go to the next season.
Hopefully. And that's assuming people play enough games. Because if you play your 5 off-race games when you go back next season, they're not going to be much different.
Yeah.
I think they gave us five seasons of not touching your race, and that's when they're going to reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so what about in the CTL? So I have a couple obvious solutions that might have worked, but what do you think the best way to handle this going forward is?
I think the best way to handle it is allowing people to use the off race, but only if they're at a certain level, let's say diamond and below.
Okay.
Because I think at that point, and also the off race has to be only one league below what your main race is, because it's similar to your gameplay. You have the game knowledge as a Diamond League player. You have the general knowledge of the mechanics, and you just don't have, let's say, the best builds, the best just gameplay because you haven't practiced it enough. So I think if you set a boundary to when and where you can play it, I think it should be allowed.
I'm actually agreeing with that one because I've all been for it, but only one league below you're allowed to play.
And that was a comment from, I think, one of the members or one of the captains that pointed us in that direction. It's feasible because I think we all want to embrace the philosophy Blizzard's pushing towards, but we don't want to do it loosely, and we don't want to open up too many additional avenues for abuse. Because I think one of the key factors in the discussion is if it's abusable already with one league, then it's not much we can do about preventing it from being abusable with 2 leagues. We're still going to get Smurfs where we get Smurfs. And we just do our best. That being said, Ultralisk, you're here. Yep. You actually posted the rule proposal because we're talking about, we've been opening discussions for next season, and this was a rule you wanted to push. So do you want to talk about what voted through today?
Yeah, games required increase. There's a bunch of it with it, but I actually I'm not in front of my computer, so I only remember the key points of it.
Sure, go ahead.
So it was voted that 50 games are going to be required next season to be able to play. Yep. And then 4 games increasing every week.
4 or 5?
4
It got pushed at 4? Okay.
It got pushed at 4.
So for layman's terms, this means 50 games at the start at week 1. It means 54 games week 2. 55 games week 3, and etc. You can play all those games in the first week, and you'll be fine. But this is to assist in ensuring that the MMR is stabilized, that this is your legitimate rank, and prevent some shenanigans. So we're gonna try this out. This is going forward, and it's a big number.
It is a big.
It's a big number.
I originally proposed 40, and then I put in an option for 50, and I had the required number of votes to push it to 50.
Yep. So, good luck, have fun, and get those games in. The rest of the things we're actually talking about are in the discussion thread on the forum, but this is one we're moving forward with. I think I just will say without discussion. So,
Yeah.
good. I hope goodbye silvers. I hope there are no silvers and they all get promoted to gold because we made them play the game.
The 4 increase rule was the big thing. The games increase per week.
Yes.
Because of I'm sick of just seeing players sit 30. That's it for the whole season.
And that was your platform coming into this admin position.
Yeah.
Good.
My whole platform has been the increased game.
All right. Let's see. Picker, what do you think? I mean, you're learning.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the 4 games a week because, yeah, watching people just sit at 25, 30 games and just never playing ladder again is kind of sketchy sometimes, but not always.
Not always.
And I also think the 50 games to start the season is a reasonable number. If you're willing to commit yourself to a team league, you should be able to play 50 games.
Yep. And that silver discussion, again, hit the forums. Silvers suck. No, we all suck. Gold suck. Diamonds suck. We all suck at this game. I'm sorry, chat for those who are like on YouTube or something later. All right, cool. So there's that announcement. Moved past it. I'll be the face of the villain on this one. But next season's... Go ahead.
I'll be the Donald Trump of the team increase. That's fine.
It's all ultra. I'll stand behind you. And admin as a team, they stood behind you. So, not everything's right. Moving on. Next season's league distribution. Before we throw out any of the admin discussion now, Picker, where would you like to see the league distribution next season?
Well, next season or this season?
Next season will be December 13th. It'll be after this Blizzard season, but it will be the next one.
All right. Well, I'm thinking that since I'm not exactly in CTL right now, I'm thinking that I kind of like the league distribution right now. Maybe move the Masters and switch the Masters and Diamond set.
That's
so
popular.
Diamond can be Ace. Because, well, it's a Diamond and below team league. And we're adding Masters just because we have an influx of them in the league from being promoted. But currently where it stands, maybe removing the silver match because it's hard to find silvers with 50 games played. And
that's something people don't think about often because we're really big on what the promotions have done this season, but the player pool is still up to 4 times larger for league distribution. So even when things even out, everybody still might be 1 league above where they were last season. What do you think, Ultra? Opinions on where you think the league distribution should be for season 15? You might have dropped out.
Maybe.
Okay. So here's one of the things. Not that the admins are pushing, but one opinion I threw out there. Thinking about silvers, if we assume that everybody sits generally about 50% higher league than they were last season, if it evens out, then we're still a little higher because there are more. Any scenario in which you have all races included in the distribution, we're all going to bump up a little on our main races. So my proposal, and I want to get the chat's opinion and your opinion, Picker, is gold, diamond, plat. Sorry, excuse me. Let me reword this in order. Gold, plat, diamond. Gold, plat, diamond. Masters, diamond. That puts us in 3 diamonds, a master that's not an A set, and 2 golds, 2 plats.
Yeah, that sounds like a good distribution.
And I'll go type it.
For sure. Yeah.
Type it in chat so we have this. So gold, plat, diamond, gold, plat. I mean, I do like the silver set, but it does look like it might be harder. And this is still a discussion we're all having. And this is what my contribution to the forum post. So don't think this is it. So this is a thought. CTL. CTL is a place for improvement, right?
Yes.
Do you think the average skill level of CTL is constantly increasing?
I do agree that it's constantly increasing, because when I was in Diamond, there was like 5 to 10 masters in CTL in total.
Okay.
And well, now it's at a much higher number. So it's definitely increasing throughout all the leagues.
I'm seeing in the chat they're talking about odd numbers and even numbers for the sets, whether or not 8 sets worked or we need to go back to 7. With 8 sets, the ace match means something. I'd like to get the chat's opinion on that, and your picker. What do you think on the number of sets?
I do like an odd amount because it kind of gives you the exact win, like you know you won or you lost. Because with the 8 sets, when I was browsing through the team chats, it was kind of like, do we win? Do we lose? Is it the ace set? Is it map score, etc.?
Sure. So it was confusing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the purpose of an ace set when you have an odd number of?
It definitely gets less of a roll, but it still gives, it's that best of 3, the highest league. If you're the ace set, you're the supposedly best diamond on your team, and it's just the match to look forward to.
I mean, I'm fine with the 8 set. Sorry, I'm back.
You're back. Welcome back. Let's hear it.
I'm fine with the 8 set. I'd like to see it as a rotating.
The ace set, you want like a gold ace?
Sorry, let me.
Yeah, I would love to see a gold ace set.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But I'm talking about the 8th set. I didn't mean to say ace.
Oh.
But the 8th set, I'd like to see rotating. I'm fine with a rotating ace. I mean, it'd be interesting.
I've seen a lot of really good opinions. I'd love to see those in the forum so we can capture them and count them up later. And we have a pretty good historian giving us the history. I guess highest we've ever done was 9 sets. Then so it started at 5, 7, 9, and back to 7, and now we're sitting at 8. Okay, so that's good to know. Let's see.
I'll get my webcam up in a little bit.
Yeah. You, brother. Best of 3 gold match. Let's make the golds play 50 games plus 4 weekend. Be responsible for all aces. Memes.
Got him.
So we have lineups in a minute. Any last words on the last week? It's been nuts. Anything you want to add to the discussion before we move on?
Casey, is it okay to talk about what we've been talking about in admin chat about this season coming up?
I told him it was December 13th, but whatever you want to talk about, man.
No, about throwing out the this latest Blizzard season because of the MMR influxes and all that.
Oh, we already are with the start of this season looking at December 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll skip right over it. We won't even the playoffs will end and it'll be a couple weeks until the end of the ladder season, and this is a short season, so nothing to worry about. And then it'll be, I want to say, 2 weeks into the next season, so it gives everybody a chance to play their games. We'll start December 13th, and we're looking at skipping Christmas week.
Yeah.
Because Christmas is like a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, we know it's going to be hard on Christmas week. That's why we were thinking of that one. We were thinking about starting November 2nd after the holidays, but it went to a vote, and it's December 13th.
Absolutely. So yeah, December 13th, ace set rotating, yada yada yada, all those other things. Old sauce, history time. It has an incentive for lower league players to learn new builds. All right. Do you have the? Does everybody have the playoff the lineups? The lineups.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna go into this. Let me pop up lineups. So we have the lineups. They were submitted, and they're even on Wikipedia. If anybody wants to follow up, and if anybody wants to fix my brackets on Wikipedia, I had no idea how to fix what I did, so they got reverted back to Nothing. All right, so was in the game earlier. Level to play is increased. All right, so taking a quick look at this, the first one we're going to talk about is our number 1 versus our number 4 team. It's Team Unrivaled versus Formless Bear Sloss, and it kicks off as a TVZ on Frost LE. Big map, lots of macro potential. What do we think? Picker, put you on the spot.
Well, I'm not very familiar with either of these players, so it's going to be a little biased here. Since I'm on FXB and he's a Zerg player, I'm going to go for Vask.
What about, you had a chance to pull this up, Ultros? Nope, double mute your...
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my webcam to work.
You're good. I guess I could mute my Google Hangouts just completely every time, but...
You're fine.
All right, so TVZ on Frost LE, what do you think?
I'm going to go with UR. They've been strong all year.
All right. And I do like Muty for this one. I really do. He's been... didn't cover that up, did I? He's been doing a fantastic job.
Just put some random image in me because it's not working.
Gotcha. You're a little white guy with headphones. So.
Sweet.
All right. The next map, Apotheosis. It's Shoot versus TN5421.
I'm going with Shoot on it.
I will go with TN just for the fact that it's on Apotheosis, and I think that's just an extremely Zerg favorite map.
What do I need to do on Apotheosis to win more games?
Take the gold base first.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
And then Ling Drop, man. Dude, picker style. Ling Drop. +1 Ling Drop.
I Ling dropped once, and it was it's because he pushed me into a lot of harassment really early. Like made a engineering bay at my natural. So I Ling dropped and got cursed out very hard.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time against Protoss.
All right, so I'm gonna say I like TN for this one. We know he was giving us a hard time earlier in general chat. No hard feelings, only really bad feelings. I'm coming for you. Not at all. Not actually. All right, Dasan Station, everybody's favorite map. Zerg versus Terran, Camaril versus OTS Darva.
This one will be subbed out on UR.
There are some subs coming. I do remember. Do you know who the sub is?
I have no idea yet. All I know is it will.
Is that the one that was promoted?
Yeah, in the 5 games.
All right. So note there, Kama is being subbed out.
I already talked to Monk and the other guy about it.
Okay. There are a couple subs coming in, ladies and gentlemen. I do think Born Ghostu had a couple too.
I know all Ghostu's line up, so if it's not up there, I can pull it up.
Answering a text message. All right. Seeker, Sauce King. Oh wait, we didn't. Yeah, we'll just leave that one blank. Seeker, Sauce King, Frozen Temple, TVZ.
I'm gonna, even though I love Sauce, I'm gonna have to go with Seeker on this one.
Okay.
It's just Frozen Temple. Terrans can pull out some nasty builds, and Seeker's always been a great player in the CTL.
He's been a strong diamond for sure. What about you, Sean?
We're going with Sauce.
Oh, you are going against the odds on this one, I think.
I am going against the odds.
Oh, God.
I'm trusting you, Sauce.
I am too. Not going against the odds. I think Seeker has this. We'll see. There's a lot of hype for Sauce King right now, so good job. You going. Whoo, Pred Life, G-Tank, Galactic Process, it's a ZVZ.
One of the Zeds are going to win.
Yes.
ZOP.
I've never heard anything of Pred Life before. I don't see him in Discord, so I'm going to have to go with G-Tank since I've talked with him before.
We'll go with G-Tank. I'm okay with that one.
All right, I'm gonna say Pred Life has been playing a lot of CTL. I'm gonna give it to him. It's the opposing side here. So we're currently 1-3, 2-2, and 3-1 in the order of Picur, Ultra, and myself. All over the board here. We have no idea what's gonna happen. I gotta say, Unrival's been really strong this season, and these are some really mixed numbers for those results. So, Asphyxia. Oh, and I've been corrected. It's not OTS Darva. I love OTS Darva. That's a better name. But it is Otts Harvey. Wait. Scroll up a little bit.
It was Ostava or something like that. I don't know. I pronounce his name wrong all the time.
I unscrolled.
It's Darian to me.
It's Otts Jarva. Otts Jarva. That's what he says.
It's Darian to me.
Darian. All right, Darian. He said, I think I saw Pred Life on Livaby's stream. He's got this. Okay. Feeling pretty good for Pred Life. That helped me validate my vote. Hey, you know the great thing about this week is I don't have to make any predictions with GNR included.
I know. I don't have to make any with all in. I can be
No end of garbage do I get at the end of this stream. So jeez. All right, so Asphyxia versus DJ Knight. I got this. TSN DJ Knight. I'm going to throw him out there. King Sage on Station TV. P. I think he's got it. Picur.
DJ Knight.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. I'll also go with DJ Knight.
Now, mind you, we are giving King Sejong to a not Terran, so put a Liberator in the mineral line and prove us wrong.
Oh.
Or just deal with that
True.
that adept harass and deal with it.
Yeah, I tell you, I've been seeing a lot of drop play in Terran. Is that just me? That's what seems to be a new Terran meta, is lots of drop play. Multitasking drop play.
I am sick. I am sick of the 16 Marine drop, 8 in each side I've been getting.
They don't even pull them together. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they don't even pull them together. They say, screw you.
I hear, go talk to Grimly in GNR. He's got a really good solution for it. Absolutely. Everybody go see Grimly about Terran drop play. He'll really wants to hear about it. ZVZ, Achille. Is that Achille? Achille versus Betty Nevin. It's a New Gettysburg.
Whoever can end up macroing out of 14-14.
Yeah, it's really a coin flip here.
What's your ZVZ strategy?
Me? It varies.
Are we all Zerg?
Yeah, we are all Zerg.
Okay.
It varies, honestly. If it's a big map, I'll 3 hash before pull against a Zerg.
Wow.
I'll be super greedy. If it's Frost, yeah, I'll do that. UNAS sauce, I did it and paid for it dearly.
What about you, Picur?
14-14 me.
I'll usually go for a +1 melee opener. Try to deny their third while getting mine up.
I've gone for 17, 18, 17 into really fast roaches and just try to defend all the 14-14s.
Yeah. I mean, I love +1 Carapace roaches, and then and then Banelings.
Yeah.
Roach Bane, that's how I like playing it.
I'm not good enough for Banelings. My all army key can't handle it. Alright, I'm gonna call this next one the map of the week.
I'm going Monk all the way on this one.
As will I.
Sorry, Dante, I love you, but you're not up by this level yet.
And I will say this, Dante is surprised. He's not surprised. He's good. And people underestimate Dante and his play. Monk is another level. Even though he claims he's sitting at Diamond right now, go check his MMR. It's mid-masters. He's a good player, so I'm going to go with Monk too. That's what you get for casting with me.
Yeah, I think it's going to Monk just because Dante's on tilt, and I'm not sure about his TVT. I know his TVZ is really strong, but I don't think TVT is his greatest.
I don't think we gave our predictions for Achille versus Betty Nevin, did we? I don't want to skip out on him.
I'm going to go with Achille, since he's played a lot in CTL, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And Vendi, is just getting back into the game of what I've seen.
Okay. All right. If that's true, I didn't know Vetty was just getting back to the game.
Wade, yeah, he is. But he's also Masters. But he was part of that 100-game rule. He's allowed to play.
Promoted last season.
Promoted last season.
Good.
It was all the captains voted on it that were in the playoffs.
And that's
They're allowed to extend it.
That's the big thing about new rules and implementing is you don't know what rules are going to favor who in the end, and that's why we had to do a unanimous vote there. So it's rough. All right, so it looks like we've all handed this one to Team Unrivaled, but it was going to be a difficult fight either way. Good.
Sauce, you can play. You're a 100 rule person. I don't know why you're confused.
Go ahead and clarify. So to clarify, the new 100, so the 100 rule promo as it existed before the fiasco was if you played 100 games and were promoted after those 100 games, which literally means if you're playing game number 100 and you get the promotion screen afterwards, then you're allowed to play at your previous league. Now, that ends at the Blizzard season. And if you maintain that promotion in the next season, you have to play at the new level. However, for this playoff and for this playoff only, if you got your promotion before the end of the season and the new season kept that promotion, you could continue to play at the lower league. That was
Oh shit! So I am wrong on what Sauce is.
Wait a minute. There's so many. There's like 4 different ways this rule can come into effect and apply. What's Sauce's situation?
So I am wrong. Okay.
What is Sauce's situation? I don't want to say that without knowing for sure.
He was Diamond all of last season, got Masters in the first 5 games of his play.
Yeah, but I was thinking because he had over 100 games played, it carried over.
I know you had to be promoted the season before. The rule said but the rule was if you're promoted after 100 games in a Blizzard season, you could maintain that previous rank for the rest of the Blizzard season. We reworded the second word Blizzard season to say CTL season, but you still had to have been promoted in the previous Blizzard season.
Okay, so Sauce is the only one I was actually wrong on.
Okay, and that's a part of the confusion. When we adjusted the rule for that, we probably could have done.
I was thinking they carried through with the CTL season and all that.
And if we'd gotten more, just right, I'll pull that back. I don't want to get into that fight or even give my opinion. I don't want to monopolize discussion. All right, Born Gosu versus Lit. That's the next one. So let me go ahead and change these. This is select region to here. Button, set. Whew. Pulling it back. Predictions. Frost LE, silver match, and I don't have the races because they weren't sent in the lineup. So, can somebody open up Born Gosu's team page? I have too many windows up as it is.
Yeah, I can figure it out.
If I mess with my left monitor, Ultralisk's non-image goes away. If I mess with my right monitor, the lineups go away. If I mess with the middle monitor, I can't look at myself. It's a joke.
There we go. Now I got it.
All right, silver match: Jari versus Strix. It's a Zerg versus a what?
ZB, we don't know.
I didn't get any races from Gosu.
There are no races on their team page.
Nothing.
On their team page.
Oh, on their team page. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get any races from them either. Evil Flame has a star beside him. TB, did he place Diamond? Is that what you're saying?
Jari is a Protoss.
All right, so PV. So we'll get to Evil Flame. I get some more information from TB as I go down. Protoss versus Zerg on Frost. I like Strix for this because he's hanging out in the Twitch chat and talking.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you.
I honestly think Lit's going to take this whole one pretty easily.
Ooh.
So.
Ooh.
Okay, let's hear this. Why?
I'm just big on Lit right now. They're going to do it. I think they're actually going to take the whole thing, but
Okay. We're getting word that Evil Flame started and ended last season in gold and placed this season in platinum. So he will be ineligible for that set, so I expect a substitution from Born Gosu for their gold. And I believe it was brought up I just don't have those yet. I don't have the new results, so there are some subs coming here. I think it was Evil Flame and Choppin were the ones, but I'm unsure. That's why they're starred right now. All right, so Apotheosis, we won't talk about that yet. I haven't seen Hamza Bashir. I'm going to say Hamza Bashir on the roster often. But good luck to him and whoever's opponent is. So Dasan Station, Doogie Boy versus Aladdin. That's a what? VT. What's the race for Doogie Boy?
Doogie Boy is... Oh, where are you? I don't even see him. Give me a sec.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's on
Alright.
their CTL roster.
Alright, so I'm actually unsure about either one of these. I like the not Terran on this match. I don't think... I do. It's just I don't think Terran does well in Dasan.
I mean, to be honest, this is the only team I had so many issues with, and I already PM'd their captain about it.
Oh, with their submissions?
Yeah.
It is a ZVT on Dasan.
Okay, so ZVT. I'm giving it to Doogie Boy for the Z.
I'm going to give it to Aladdin since I think Terran's extremely favored on it.
Okay.
I'm going with Aladdin just because of the name.
Got it. TB Ham is on the ball here. All right, let's see. Frozen Temple, Ulkin, Diamond versus Ashengale, Terran.
I'm going to go with Ulkin. It's a TVT.
Okay.
And, well, I'm good friends with Ulkin, so a little bit of bias.
I like Ashengale on this one. I do. Seen him a lot lately.
We'll go with Ulkin, just because I want to be different.
I mean, we've all given it some kind of very... None of us are favoring Born Ghosty, so we might as well give him one. Alright, Choppin. Not Droid is a Protoss on Galactic Process.
Not Droid is named Supernova.
Not Droid is Supernova? Okay.
Yes.
And then he got traded in for Darth Julius.
Oh yes, by the way, captains, if you're watching and you see issues, go right into Wikipedia. Please make the changes. Let's not let these sit too long. So, you said what now? Sorry.
It'll be Darth Julius for
Not
Born
Droid?
Ghosted.
Okay. Oh,
Born
Darth
Ghosted.
Julius. Oh, that's right. Choppin is the replacement. So Choppin got promoted. So Darth Julius and Not Droid. Not Droid. Darth Julius and Supernova. Okay. I like Darth Julius for this one.
I'm going to agree with you.
I'm still going with Not Droid.
I like Lit, don't get me wrong. But I like Darth Julius. I think I've given him every prediction. It's a good name. I want to know, is he a Sith Lord or does he make orange juice? Alright. Sarate and Oddity. Sarate is
Oddity is Odd Honor.
Oddity is what?
Odd Honor.
Odd Honor. Okay. Yeah, we had big tags sent to us, and if I go back, I probably screwed that one up.
I will have to go with Odd Honor on this one. I've seen him play since I was in Lit, and yeah, I think he's going to take it.
I'll go with Oddity. Whoever.
Yep, I'll sit on Oddity too. Hugo Ahab, Sam versus Solace. On New Gettysburg.
I'll go with Hugo.
I'm going to go with Hugo as well.
Nope, I'm going to give it to Hugo as well. Good luck, Solace. I'm giving it to Hugo. Alright, Narwhal, High Power. Who's in chat right now? I think I saw Narwhal up here.
High Power is Prosper.
Prosper,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going with Prosper on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to also go with Prosper on this one.
Alright, looks like we're really close. We're looking at either 3-5 or 4-4 with the ace match. Favorite for Lit Sports. So the predictions stand at a UR versus Lit Sports final. And that's the first and second seed of this tournament, so I like our odds. So That being said, let me clear this lineup. We're in the week 1 of the playoffs. I wish all the teams the best of luck. Looks like we got the lineups together. All that aside, shortly after we're done, as a reminder, I'm going to post the Google Hangout link at the bottom and you can join us. And we can argue and yell all day about the rules while we play Phantom mode. Absolutely. That being said, last words, we'll start with you, Picker. Would you like to say anything to anybody here watching the Chobo Team League?
Well, anyone competing in the semifinals, good luck to you. And hope it's a close match and a good one.
Sean?
Sorry, Sauce. I misinterpreted the rules. I thought because it carried over, but we'll definitely figure stuff out. And then good luck to all the semifinal teams. Bear Sloths versus was it Bear Sloths versus Lit? I'm going for in the finals.
No, I think you went UR.
I think UR versus Lit.
Yeah. I thought everybody was supposed to root for Bear Sauce. What happened?
That's only Shazam.
That's only Shazam.
I'm still rooting for them.
you just don't predict they'll win.
Exactly.
All right. I don't know where Shazam is. Usually we have Lit Esports chat in the box here. So
Yeah.
shame on you. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. We thank you, Picker, for coming. I know we had you scheduled. We had you scheduled to come on this show for a week and a half now, and that's probably the longest and the most time I've ever given anybody to prepare. Thank you for committing to this so far out. I know I'm usually struggling on Friday to find somebody, so thank you for being on. I really appreciate you. You've been a fantastic guest. Sean, thanks for making it in, brother. Hopefully you get your camera working so we can see the faces you make when we call you out for being the Phantom.
I know, man.
As a reminder, Phantom mode is limited to, not Phantom mode, Google Hangouts is limited to 10 people. So if you're coming on just to argue, please don't. I will go to CTL suggestions and I'll be typing randomly at the behest of my APM.
I mean, if you guys want to argue, I'll jump in one of the general chats. You can argue at me all the time.
We can even keep the weekly cast voice chat open and just mute ourselves in Google Hangout and do it that way. So we can all talk.
I like that better because my mic doesn't work on Google Hangouts.
Perfect. So when you join the Hangout, mute your microphone. Come into the weekly cast, and we'll hang out. If people can't get to weekly cast, let me know, and we'll move it. Let's just move it to Fantastic People below.
Yeah.
Go to Fantastic People below.
Casey, I'm going to steal you for a little bit while they all get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that.
Just for admin stuff.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. The link will be posted shortly. You're all great. Good luck at the playoffs. Good night. Go play some StarCraft. Boop. Boop.